Welcome. Hello, dear students. I am Sunil Bhakre. Welcomes you in the second part of the chapter Nutrition in Plant of Class 7 of Subject Science. In the previous part, we have discussed about the autotrophic mode of nutrition in plants, where plants can prepare their own food material by means of chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and the water and minerals they take from the soil. So these are called as autotrophic plants and they prepare their food material by means of photosynthesis, that is with the green color chlorophyll. But there are certain plants which cannot prepare their own food material, and these plants completely depend on other plants for their food material. And we are going to see which are these plants which cannot prepare their own food material and depend on other for their food material. Now here you will find this is the green color plant. This green color plant which you can see here is the host plant. It can prepare the food material. Here you will see these are the green leaves. So these green leaves can prepare the food material. And you will able to see here that these are the yellow color wire, and these yellow color wire are nothing but the Amarvale or Cuscuta plant. It is green in color. As it is green in color, it cannot prepare its own food material and therefore depend on other plants for their food material. The green color plant is called as the host plant. Here you will find this big tree is a host plant, and this host plant prepares its own food material, but this Cuscuta plant absorbs the ready-made food material which is prepared by the big tree, and therefore it is called as a parasitic plant. So this parasitic plant completely depends on the green tree for its food material, and so called as heterotrophic plant or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So Cuscuta is the example which is green in color, is the main example of parasitic plant in our day-to-day life. You will able to see that it can prepare the food material. Now after this we are going to see the saprophytic mode of nutrition. Now what is saprophytic mode of nutrition? Saprophytes are the living organism which grows on the dead and decayed things which are thrown outside, especially in the monsoon, or you can say in the rainy season. These are seen growing on all kinds of organic materials like leather, wood, or you can say any other material which is organic. Here we will be able to see mushroom. This mushroom you will able to see even wild mushroom is seen everywhere in the monsoon season or in the rainy season. It grows on the wood, or it grows on leather, or it grows even on the certain types of other organic materials. The second example you will able to see here the fungus which grows, that is called as a braid mold or fungus. This braid mold of fungus is seen when the moist breads are kept for 1 or 2 days. You will find that here this kind of dots are growing, and after that it grows like cotton like threads or cotton like fibers are grown, and on the top of it there are some sporangiums or some kind of spores which are growing, and like this kind is the structure of the fungus or the bread mold. So these are the saprophytic, and saprophytic the speciality is it is growing on the dead and decayed material, and especially it grows in the moist climate or rainy season. These are seen in more. Now what is the main difference between the parasites and saprophytes? The parasites grows on the living thing, and these are going on the dead and decayed living organisms. This is the main difference, and these are very important because it cleans the atmosphere or environment by means of decaying all the material which is thrown outside. So the very common example is mushroom or fungus, that is called as braid mold. These are the common examples which we will able to see in the rainy season probably. So these are the saprotropic nutrition or saprophytes, these are called as. Now symbiotic. Now what is meaning of symbiotic? Two living organisms live together. Now this is the one organism. You can see here the root nodules. In these root nodules there are certain types of organism or fungus that lives in this kind of root nodules, and this is the plant. In this root of this plant it grows. Here you will find one organism helps the another organism without any kind of harm or without uh, any kind of problem it creates. The another example you will be able to see here the lichen, especially grows on the mountains or the stones, especially in the rainy season it grows. Here also it is a combination of two organisms. One gives the shelter and support, the another gives the food material. The green plant always gives the food material and the another plant is supportive, as they are not harming each other and they are in a kind of mutual relationship with each other. Therefore, this type of relationship is called as the symbiotic type of relationship that is seen in case of these plants. Now, how do these nutrient get replenished in the soil? Now when we grow the crop, you know that the crop absorb all the minerals and nutrients from the soil, and the soil becomes devoid of the minerals or nutrients. So we have to put back or replenish these nutrients. For that we usually put in the soil the type of component that we call it as manure, that is compost manure, or nowadays we give the fertilizer that is called as chemical fertilizers. So these are the two types of material that we use. One is a manure, another is a fertilizer. Now this is organic and this is kind of inorganic kind of material that grows. This is actually good and this is not good for the soil, as it causes the kind of soil pollution, and these nutrients are absorbed by the plant. Now these nutrients are to be put in the soil. Now how do we give? We add the nutrients in the soil and then this is absorbed by the plant, or we give the fertilizers to the soil and then it is absorbed by the plant. But there are certain type of microorganisms like rhizobium, blue green algae, or many other type of organism which grows in the root nodules. Here you'll find the root nodules. In the root nodules these organisms grow and they fix the nitrogen in the form of nitrates and nitrate in the soil, and then it is absorbed by the plant, and therefore the nutrient get replenished in the soil. So here you'll find that the nutrients will get replenished in the soil by means of the microorganisms or the organisms like rhizobium, or you can say blue green algae, or other many more type of organisms, and therefore these nutrients get replenished and that is useful for the next type of crop that grows. Thank you very much. Hope you must have understood it. Thank you.